Hello and welcome back to Cracking the Cryptic for our second video of the evening. Now we're still very excited about our forthcoming Kickstarter project, Cracking the Cryptic's Greatest Hits, the book, and certainly soliciting ideas for what should be in it, which puzzles from our past, and maybe even who we should ask for puzzles if we reach our goals. Certainly looking forward to that. And in the present, we have Scott Strossell's wonderful pirate puzzle hunt still garnering rave reviews on Patreon. So that's great for those people who are subscribed as patrons. Now, this puzzle today has come in from Bram Cohen, who noticed we'd been doing a few Arrow Sudokus and pointed out that it coincided with a resurgence of interest by himself in them. And he sent in this one, which has no given digits at all, just a few arrows in the grid. Now, the rule with Arrow Sudoku is that the sum of the digits on the arrow is given in the circle, and that normal Sudoku rules apply. Really simple rule set. That's one of the really appealing things about a plain Arrow Sudoku. And in this puzzle, there's no double-digit sums. They're all just single circles in one cell. So hopefully... well, I don't know. I was going to say hopefully it might be a bit more straightforward than some of the others. But actually, I hear from testing that it's very hard to start. So we shall see. So do have a go on the link below the video. And I'm going to have a crack now. So let's get cracking. Long arrows can be very helpful. Once they start going diagonally, they're a bit less so. But this one's interesting. We've got 3 in a row there. They have to add up to at least 6, plus 1 at least there. So that's a minimum of 7. This one, though, even though it's picking up 4 cells, annoyingly, they could both be 1-2 pairs, making that obviously at least 6. I mean, this unfortunately could be as little as 4, so it's not that helpful. What about this one? That's a bit like the one at the top. That's got to be at least 7, because the 3 in a straight line have to be 1, 2, and 3 at a minimum. This one, at least 6. This is only a 3-cell arrow, which again could be as little as 4. It's not that useful. Oh, look, there's one of these 1-cell arrows, which is just an equivalence cell, really. That doesn't have to be more than 6. What the heck's going on here? Oh, this one's one of the ones 3 in a row, so it's at least 7. I mean, how do you start? Maybe they somehow interact together. I suppose if this is, say that was as little as 7, it would need to be a 1 here and something out of 1, 2, 3 here. Oh yeah, that would push this up quite dramatically. So that could be 2 and 4. 1, 2, actually. Yes, 1 there and 3 there. If that was 7, they would be maximum 4, 1 and 3, and then you could have 2 and 4 there, which would just get you home with a 1 and 2 there. But the effect on that cell is not very significant. But now you'd have to have 1, 2, 3 there. Okay, so that would be at least a 4. Those could be as little as 2 1s, but not if that was a 1, they couldn't. That would be 4, that would be 2. This would now become at least 7, but it's all predicated on that being a 7. This would have to become a 9. Oh, it's quite interesting that the longer arrows in the cells form a pattern which would allow them all to be the same digits for the sums. Now that would leave out these little ones poking into the middle. But, oh, now that's an interesting idea. What? No. So this is 8 cells. We're not using the middle box. This is 8 cells. The maximum they can add up to is 8 lots of 9, and that is clearly possible and almost looks designed to be possible, but that would mean a maximum of 72. Now, what would the numbers on them be at the minimum? Because they fill a lot of these cells, so there's 4 in that cell. I'm just going to colour these ones so I know that I'm not missing any of the arrows. Let's do those in red. Now the arrows for those, I'm going to colour, I'm going to just highlight in yellow all the cells that are involved in adding up to those red arrows. Oh, I missed one in red. I'm going to red that in a moment when I've done these. Not that cell, because that's not on one of these arrows. So let's make those, well, yellow, why not? That one's red. Sorry, there are... Oh, I highlighted the wrong one. That one, forget that. That's pointing into the middle. Okay. And it would have clashed with that, so I was looking stupid there. But this does work as an idea. It works even better than highlighting that arrow. So that was an error. But I think this is still the same idea. Now, we've got 4 in this cell, 4 here, 4 here, 4 here, 4 here, only 3 here, 4 there and 3 there. So these sets are 3s. Now that means we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cells in which the minimum is 1, 2, 3, 4 is 10 is 60. Plus 2 lots of 1, 2, 3, it's 72, exactly the same as the maximum total of the 10 red cells. And that means that all these yellow cells contain 1, 2, 3, and 4. And in the 2 boxes where there's only 3 of them, they're 1, 2, and 3. And all the red cells are 9. And that's the only way this can be, because the 9s are then maximum. And these others are at their minimum. These yellows are at their minimum within the boxes. So that is a total given, I think. Let's fill those in as 9s. I'm just going to do the maths again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 boxes of 1 to 4 is 60. Plus 1 to 3 twice is 72, 8 9s is 72. That is the starting position. And that is a ridiculous break-in, but wow. Well, let's see how we go now. So that's 9. Now, I suppose the point is that all the other cells that aren't... Let's make that 9 red as well, just to complete the reds. Now, all these other cells in the 1, 2, 3, 4 boxes at least are 5, 6, 7, and 8. They must be. So let's make them green and put 5, 6, 7, 8 in. Now, it's a heck of a lot of pencil marking. Oh, green was a pathetic choice of colour. Let's try blue instead. Sorry, I mean, I don't know about the colourblind, but I can barely see the difference there. Let's try blue instead. Okay, that's better. Now we've got 4 blue cells down the left. So that one has to be yellow, by which I mean it's in the numbers 1 to 4. Red is 9, blue is the 4 set of the 4 numbers from 5 to 8, and yellow is the 4 numbers from 1 to 4. So that's another digit. The first digit apart from a 9 we can put in the grid is weirdly a 4, because there's already 1, 2, and 3 in the box. So those two can't have 4s now. Ah, yes, the rest of that box has to be blue. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Look, row 2, sorry, we've got 4 yellows already, so the other 2 are blue. Oh, and that plan runs out a bit. 5, 6, 7, 8 can't be 2 blues, because 2 of 5 and 6 would add up to more than 8. So one of those is yellow. They could both be yellow, though. That's not actually that helpful. No, we can't finish off the colouring. We might have to do some actual Sudoku. Right, so let's just put 5, 6, 7, 8 on those blue cells we've discovered. 1, 2, 3. Oh no, hang on. This arrow, yes, it's adding up to no more than 8. So one of those cells has to be yellow. I think any time you're adding up two numbers that are only adding up to 8, yeah, you can't have 2 5s, that would be too many. So one of those is yellow, which will complete the yellows for the row. So that one's blue. Once you've got a blue on an arrow adding up to 5, 6, 7, or 8, the other one's yellow. That gives us all the yellows for the central row. So that's blue. One apiece in that domino. Oh, that's blue, and of course it's adding just that one cell, so that's blue. And that really does complete the set for both its row and column now. Oh yeah, we've got 4 yellows in column 6, so those two are blue, that's blue, and this one's yellow, and that is the full colouring. So let me just fill in the candidates. And now maybe, can we just use this 4? No, we have to use the arrows, don't we? Up here, of course, yes, the extra yellow we've put in the box has to be the 4, because 1, 2, and 3 are in the other 3. So that's removing quite a few 4s. Maybe we can do it. 4 is in one of those 2 cells, so that's not a 4. That's a fairly feeble way of doing things. One of those 2 is a 4. It can't be this one, can it? Because 4 plus 5 is already too many. No, it cannot be that one. So the 4 in the central box is now here, which is ruling out those 2 as 4s. So 4 in box 6 is there. That's on the 9 arrow. What does that mean? If that was 1 and 2, this couldn't be more than 2, even if that was at a minimum. There can't be another 4 on the arrow, or it's got to add to at least 10. So the only 4 in box 3 available is now there. That gets rid of that one. This can't be a 4. Yes, the position of these where there's those 3 are 1, 2, 3. So in fact that is a 3 just by Sudoku. The only 4 in box 1 now is here. The others are a 1, 2 pair. There's a 4 on this 9. That doesn't let me rule anything out. But no 4 there now. No 3 in those 2. This is 1, 2, 3. That can't be 3 anymore because one of those is a 3. And this adds up to 9. Can't be 4, 1, 4. So it must be 4, 2, 3. Where's the other 3 cell 9? That might be useful down here. Does that need a 4 on it? I think it does, doesn't it? 3, yeah, I mean 3 3s is impossible, so that does need a 4 on it. That's a 4. This 2 is a 3, 2 pair. 1 is on that, but that doesn't tell me what that is. Okay, but row 2, we've got 4, 3, and 2 place, so we can do that. Now we've got 7 on that 9 arrow. We can complete it with a 2. This one starts with 1 and 3 is 4. It can't have a 4 on it, I don't think, because of the shape. Yes, in fact, those are now 1, 3, 4 because of that place 2. So they're 8. That's a 1, 3. This is now a 1, 4 pair. That makes this a 2, 3 pair for the box 5. So that's a 3, 1 pair to make the addition to 9 for the bottom corner arrow. That's now a 2, 4 pair. 4 can't be here for the reasons... No, it can. It can't be here for the reasons we've discussed, because then this would have to be at least 1, 2, 3, which would make 10. So that's 2, that's 4. 6. These are 1 and 2 now. They must be, I think, yeah. Which puts 3 here, 2 here. These two are now a 3 and a 1, but anyway, this is a 1, so they're resolved. That one looks back down to here. We get 3 there, 1 there. We can put 3 here because of the 2 in row 8. 2 there, 3 there, and suddenly 2 and 1. All our yellow cells are done. So that, oh, there we go, 1 and 4 there. So that places all the 1, 2, 3, 4s. Now, what about the 5, 6, 7, 8s? Right, well, 3 on one of these little arrows that ends in a blue cell is great. 3 plus 5, which is the minimum, gives 8, which is the maximum. So that's absolutely locked in. Let's get rid of the 8 that stops us using. Let's get rid of the 5s as well, just in case I see something immediate from those, which seems unlikely. No. But now 5 has gone from here. 2 and 6 is the minimum to be 8 the maximum. Same sort of thing. That's nice. So that fixes all the blue cells in the central box. And against all the odds, the central box, about which we had the least information at the start, is finished. Now this is the equivalence arrow, so we can fill in 7, 5 there. That's not 5. Oh, this is 6 or 7 added from 1 and something, so it's 6 and 7 there. Great. Those aren't 6. This one is now a naked single, finally. 8 there, 7, 8. These are 6 and 5. I don't know in what order. That's 6 or 5. Have I used all the arrows? I might have finished all the arrows now. Right, that's a 6. That's to finish its row. That's a naked single. 5, 7 there, 6 to finish its column. They can't be 7. 8 to finish its row. 5 to finish its row. That's a 6, 7 pair, so 5 at the top of column 8. That fixes all the other cells in the column. That's such a neat execution of a brilliant idea. To have the arrows give you a mathematical sum in maxima and minima, has really surprised me. One of those must be 8, so this isn't 6 or 8. Oh, that's not 7 either. 7, 6, that's not 6. And it's not 5, that's a naked single. 8. So 5, 6 pair, we can tell what they are from the 5. 7, 6 to finish off the top of the grid. This is now 7, 8, 5, 7 and 5. And not only have we got a very tricky to start arrow Sudoku finish there, we get a very nice coloured pattern out of that too. So brilliant work from Bram. Well done if you got through that. If you spotted that break-in, I'm sure that's deliberate. From the placement of those red cells, I feel that has to be the intended break-in. But if you spotted some other way in, I'd be fascinated to know. It really didn't look like it was going to yield to anything else. So, I don't know, maybe it was cheating a bit to spot that pattern looked suspicious, but you have to get your intuitions from somewhere, I guess. And it worked very nicely, even though I coloured one of the cells wrong at the start, but that turned out not to matter once I spotted it. So there we go. Hope you enjoyed that. Thank you, as always, for watching us on Cracking the Cryptic. We've had a brilliant uplift in subscribers lately. I hope that continues. Do subscribe if you've only just found the channel for some reason. And very much hope to see you next time on Cracking the Cryptic. Bye for now.